The late 1960s were a time of great change and upheaval. The world was witnessing a cultural revolution, with movements for civil rights, women's liberation, and anti-war protests sweeping across the globe. The San Francisco Bay Area, in particular, was a hotbed of activism and counterculture, a place where new ideas and radical changes were taking root. But in the San Francisco Bay Area, a different kind of terror gripped the region. Amidst the backdrop of peace and love, a sinister presence lurked in the shadows, casting a dark pall over the city. Between 1968 and 1969, a shadowy figure known only as the Zodiac Killer stalked the streets, leaving a trail of blood and fear in his wake. This mysterious assailant was not just a murderer, he was a master of psychological terror, playing a cat-and-mouse game with the authorities and the public. The Zodiac Killer targeted young couples, often in secluded areas. These were places where people went to escape, to find solace and privacy, only to be met with unimaginable horror. The randomness of his attacks made everyone a potential victim, and the fear was palpable. His brutal crimes, coupled with his cryptic messages to the press, sent shockwaves through the community and beyond. The letters, filled with ciphers and taunts, were a chilling reminder of his presence. Each new message was a puzzle, a challenge to the authorities, and a source of morbid fascination for the public. The killer, who to this day has never been caught, became a symbol of the dark side of the era, a chilling reminder that even in the midst of progress, evil could lurk in the shadows. The Zodiac Killer's ability to evade capture only added to his legend, making him a ghostly figure that haunted the collective consciousness of the time. The Zodiac case remains one of the most infamous unsolved mysteries in American history. Despite numerous suspects and countless theories, the true identity of the Zodiac Killer has eluded investigators for over half a century. The case has inspired books, movies, and endless speculation, but the answers remain just out of reach. The killer's taunting letters, filled with ciphers and threats, continue to fascinate and frustrate investigators and amateur sleuths alike. Each letter was a piece of a larger puzzle, a glimpse into the mind of a madman who reveled in the fear he created. The ciphers, some of which remain unsolved, are a testament to the Zodiac's cunning and the enduring mystery of his identity. The case serves as a stark reminder of the capacity for evil that exists in the world and the elusiveness of justice. The victims, whose lives were cut tragically short, are remembered not just for the horror of their deaths, but for the lives they lived and the potential that was stolen from them. Even after all these years, the question remains, who was the Zodiac Killer? The mystery endures, a dark chapter in the history of the Bay Area, and a haunting reminder that some questions may never be answered. The search for the truth continues, driven by the hope that one day the Zodiac Killer will be unmasked and justice will finally be served. The Zodiac Killer's reign of terror began in December 1968, marking the start of a chilling and mysterious chapter in American crime history. It all started with the brutal shooting of David Faraday and Lou Jensen, a young couple whose lives were cut tragically short. The young couple was parked on a lover's lane in Benicia, California, a seemingly peaceful and secluded spot, when they were suddenly and violently attacked. The following July, the terror continued. Another couple, Darlene Ferrin and Mageau, found themselves in a similar horrifying situation while parked in Vallejo. Mageau, though seriously injured, managed to survive the attack. His survival was crucial, as he was able to provide a description of the assailant, giving the police their first real lead. In September 1969, the killer struck again, this time at the serene setting of Lake Berryessa. Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were enjoying a peaceful day by the lake when they were viciously attacked. Hartnell survived the brutal stabbing, but tragically, Cecilia Shepard succumbed to her injuries, adding another name to the growing list of victims. The killer's final confirmed victim was Paul Stine, a San Francisco cab driver. In October 1969, Stine was shot and killed in his cab, a crime that shocked the city and added to the Zodiac's infamy. These are just the confirmed victims of the Zodiac Killer, but the true extent of his crimes remains a mystery. The killer claimed in his taunting letters to the press that he had murdered 37 people, a chilling assertion that has never been fully verified. His cryptic messages and ciphers only deepened the mystery, leaving investigators and the public alike in a state of fear and fascination. The Zodiac's letters were filled with cryptic symbols and taunts, challenging the authorities to catch him. Despite numerous efforts, many of these ciphers remain unsolved to this day, adding to the enigma of his identity. Over the years, Countless detectives and true crime enthusiasts have tried to piece together the puzzle of the Zodiac Killer. The case has inspired numerous books, documentaries, and movies, each attempting to shed light on the elusive murderer. Advances in forensic technology have brought new hope to solving the case, but the Zodiac Killer's identity remains one of the most enduring mysteries in criminal history. The fear he instilled in the hearts of many during his reign of terror continues to resonate, a haunting reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the human soul. As we remember the victims and the terror that gripped the nation, we also honor the resilience of the communities affected. Their strength and determination to seek justice keep the memory of those lost alive, even as the mystery of the Zodiac Killer endures. One of the most chilling aspects of the Zodiac Killer case was his penchant for sending cryptic messages to the press. These messages were not just simple letters, they were intricate puzzles designed to taunt and challenge both the authorities and the public. Beginning in August 1969, the killer began sending a series of letters to the San Francisco Chronicle, San Francisco Examiner, and Vallejo Times-Herald. Each letter was a piece of a larger, more sinister puzzle, filled with clues and threats that kept everyone on edge. These letters, often signed with a crosshairs symbol, contained details of the murders, taunts to the police, and most famously, ciphers. The crosshairs symbol became synonymous with fear and mystery, a chilling signature that left a lasting impression. The killer claimed that the ciphers, once solved, would reveal his identity. This bold claim added an extra layer of urgency and intrigue as codebreakers and amateur sleuths alike raced against time to decode the messages. The Zodiac's ciphers varied in complexity. Some were relatively straightforward, while others were mind-bendingly complex, designed to stump even the most experienced cryptographers. Some, like the 408-symbol cipher, remain unsolved to this day. This particular cipher has baffled experts for decades, its secrets still locked away, waiting to be uncovered. Others, like the Z340 cipher, were cracked after years of effort by amateur and professional codebreakers. The breakthrough in solving the Z340 cipher was a monumental achievement, shedding light on the killer's twisted mind. These messages, filled with misspellings and grammatical errors, provided a disturbing glimpse into the mind of a killer. The errors were not just mistakes, they were part of the killer's psychological game, adding another layer of complexity to the already perplexing case. They also served as a constant reminder of the case's unsolved status, fueling public interest and speculation. The Zodiac Killer's letters and ciphers have become a haunting legacy, a dark chapter in the annals of criminal history that continues to captivate and terrify. The case has inspired countless books, movies, and documentaries, each attempting to piece together the puzzle and uncover the truth behind the Zodiac's identity. Despite the passage of time, the mystery remains as compelling as ever. In the digital age, the hunt for the Zodiac Killer has taken on new dimensions. Online communities and modern technology have breathed new life into the investigation, with fresh theories and discoveries emerging regularly. True crime enthusiasts and professional investigators alike continue to be drawn to the case, each hoping to be the one to finally solve the mystery. The Zodiac Killer's cryptic messages remain a tantalizing challenge, a dark enigma that refuses to be forgotten. The enduring fascination with the Zodiac Killer is a testament to the power of mystery and the human desire to seek answers. As long as the ciphers remain unsolved, the story of the Zodiac Killer will continue to haunt and intrigue. The Zodiac Killer case is a stark reminder of the complexities and challenges of criminal investigations. It highlights the relentless pursuit of justice and the enduring hope that one day the truth will be revealed. Until then, the Zodiac Killer's ciphers and symbols remain an unsolved mystery, a dark puzzle that continues to captivate the imagination of people around the world. Section 4. The Investigation, a Race Against Time. The Zodiac Killer's crimes sparked one of the largest manhunts in American history. Law enforcement agencies across the Bay Area mobilized, determined to bring the killer to justice. Despite their efforts, the investigation was hampered by a number of factors. The killer often struck in secluded areas, leaving behind little physical evidence. His cryptic messages, while providing some clues, also served to mislead and misdirect investigators. Adding to the difficulty, the Zodiac seemed to delight in taunting the police. He sent letters claiming to be disguised in public, boasting that he would never be caught. The investigation dragged on for years, with countless leads explored and suspects investigated. Despite the best efforts of law enforcement, the Zodiac Killer was never apprehended. The case went cold, but it never truly went away. Section 5. Prime suspects Arthur Leigh Allen and beyond. Over the years, the Zodiac Killer case has attracted countless theories and potential suspects. One name, however, has remained stubbornly attached to the case: Arthur Leigh Allen. Allen, a former schoolteacher with a history of disturbing behavior, became a prime suspect in the early 1970s. He owned a watch with the same crosshair symbol used by the Zodiac and was known to wear boots that matched footprints found at one of the crime scenes. Despite compelling circumstantial evidence, Allen was never charged with any of the Zodiac killings. He died in 1992, maintaining his innocence until the end. While Allen is perhaps the most well-known suspect, he is far from the only one. Over the years, investigators have explored a wide range of potential suspects, from disgruntled ex-employees to serial killers operating in other parts of the country.